I was going to say a little bit about where I work at the moment, which deals with industrial circular knitting machines, which is, I think, really, really cool. Okay, cool. Yeah. So like this is a vastly different process, but it's still worth talking about, I think. So I work for Sheertex, which is a pantyhose manufacturer in Montreal that makes like ultra strong pantyhose. They have like a special fiber that they use to make a knit that's stronger than most pantyhose. They work, they do what they say. Like, they're a legit product. They can be quite expensive, so like they're not for everyone, but I think they're cool. The technology that goes into them is super cool. A lot of it's under NDA, but one of the things I do get to do, which is really cool, is that basically the way the knitting machines work, they have like 400 odd needles in them, and it's like a cylinder that spins around in a circle with a light vacuum, like pulling down the sock. And it's kind of like a corking, I guess is the name for it. And it just like, there's little fingers that are pneumatically actuated that actually like drop the yarn into the needles and like pull it out based on the pattern that like someone has programmed into the machine. And they're so cool. And we have so many of them, and they speak. So one of the things I had to do as part of like the engineering work is we were trying to get them into like our operations software. And yeah, it turns out that you can talk serial to them if you say the right things in the right way. So I got to build these little boards that actually do that, which was really cool.
Nice.
I feel like I don't have any photos of the machines, but it's worth looking up like pantyhose knitting machines. You'll get videos that like, I don't even know, like it's just like one of these really cool processes. They're super intricate. It takes like a long time to even learn how to like program or use them. Like there's a lot going on, but they're so cool. Like you can do like patterns, and you can change like the stitch height. So like the taller your stitches, like the more room you'll have like in the leg for like whatever thing you're doing. And
yeah,
like,
the looser the gauge, sort of the more flexible.
Exactly.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, but the needles are a constant. Like it's just this thing that is like the heart of the machine. So like you can't change the number of needles, and you can't change their size. Like they just are what they are.
Right. So instead of changing like the number of stitches and the circumference of a sock, they essentially change maybe the yarn weight and the tension of each stitch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Yeah.
And so like it's a whole, yeah. But like
now,
the videos with those factors are so cool.
So okay,
sorry,
so are these machines sort of specifically made for pantyhose, or can they also do like socks and hats and things like that?
Versions of the machines can do socks and I guess hats. I never even thought about that, but yeah, I guess hats. Normally the yarn is like quite thin. It's like I don't even know the denier offhand.
Yeah, I mean pantyhose. Like, I mean that's got to be super.
They're sheer, right?
Yeah, that's like tiny thread.
The yarns are wild. They float in the air. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, that must be nuts to try to work with yarn like that. And that it also is elastic. Like knitting.
Some of it's elastic, yeah.
Really elastic. God, that's
yeah.
I mean, tension has got to be such an issue. Like consistency of tension as you're unwinding it from whatever spools or cones or whatever it comes on as it goes through the machine. Otherwise it would be like all lumpy and inconsistent.
You'd actually find, like this is a key thing. It's like they have a thing called a creel, which is like all of the pipes and stuff that support the yarn packages that are like above the machine. And then there's like a bunch of feeders that sit in a ring like above the needles that actually manage exactly what you're saying, like the tension. And then when you get into like stretchy lycras and all this other stuff, like it's absolutely like the electronics are wild. Like I've taken apart some of these devices, and it's so cool. Like they've got like brushless DC motors and load cells and other stuff that they use to to just like on the fly detect what the tension is and then adjust how much yarn is being fed into the machine. It's so cool. And like you have to deal with like temperature and humidity, and like it's just like I think like a lot of industrial processes, like, which is like one of the things I like about my job, is like kind of getting to learn more about that. But just like like the intricacies of what makes those things work and what makes them not work, and how to like control them more accurately. I don't know, it's a lot of fun.